Hi, my name is Gabe Reed, and I study music and psychology at Santa Clara. For my senior thesis, I wanted to do a creative project since I'm a classical pianist and I'm studying music, so I wanted to combine those interests. So I decided to do a senior recital. And so for this thesis project, I practiced about 2 hours per day on 5 different big classical pieces for solo piano. And I chose pieces from different eras. So the first piece is Bach's Prelude and Fugue in D major from the Well-Tempered Clavier Book 2, and that piece was written in 1740 as part of the Baroque era. The prelude I like a lot. It's written in 2 parts, which is pretty traditional for his preludes, and the fugues are all these combinations of voices where there's one theme or subject that gets repeated and passed around among the voices. Then I chose a Mozart sonata, so I chose his 18th sonata, which was his last one, and he composed it in 1789. So it's part of the classical era within the classical milieu of music. And this song is sometimes called the Hunt or the Trumpet Sonata because it has a lot of references in its sound to hunting and galloping horses and 18th century horns, all that kind of imagery. It's written in 3 movements. The middle movement is slow in typical sonata form. Then I chose a Chopin scherzo for my romantic era piece. Chopin's one of my favorite composers, and I've loved this scherzo for a while. If you want to hear any of the program, if you search Gabe Reed Piano on YouTube, the senior recital should be featured on my channel. Yeah, so the Chopin scherzo usually means joke in music, so they're usually lighthearted and somewhat humorous somehow. But this scherzo is actually pretty dark, and so it kind of takes a cruel twist on the title. Then I chose a Prokofiev sonata, his third sonata, which is actually just written in 1 movement, so that's pretty atypical for sonatas, but Prokofiev is a 20th century composer, so he wrote this in 1907 and revised it in 1917. And it's a pretty terrifying piece, and just crammed into 1 movement, it's a lot of music. And then lastly, I think my favorite piece on the program was the Debussy piece at the end. So I close it with Debussy's L'Isle Joyeuse, which is a standalone encore piece. It's built on these really mystical Lydian and whole tone scales in music, which give it this kind of like ethereal feeling. And so all throughout, it's very programmatic and it tells this story as if you're going on some sort of voyage. So thanks to the music department at SCU, I was able to put together this massive senior recital, practice it every day, and then perform it live. And you can find that recorded live performance on my YouTube channel. Thank you.